So James O'Keefe of Project Veritas, right? The guys that send people in undercover to actually find the truth. They've been discredited, not actually, but the media always said discredited. I don't think they've been wrong on anything yet, frankly. But, constantly said they're discredited. That's the way the media does their things, because journalists actually refuse to actually be journalists. Like, God forbid they do a job. God forbid they don't just rubber stamp the Democrat talking points, etc. Project Veritas released a video late last week showing a Pfizer scientific official saying that while the company wouldn't dare admit it publicly, they do mutate viruses. Like, remember gain of function, like where you play with a virus to try to make it more virulent? Where you try to make it stronger? Like the things that a lot of people like me were complaining about Wuhan. I know it was a conspiracy theory, folks. That maybe one of the deadliest pandemics in history, certainly in modern history or recent history, came from the lab that studies the exact virus in question. That got me and a few others that had the guts to say it branded conspiracy theorists. Well, like every conspiracy theorist, if you wait a couple of weeks, you'll be proven right. But there is literal video now of a Pfizer executive talking about this. And I believe Google kind of scrubbed that one real quickly. You can't see it. I mean, it's literally an executive from the company that many people have questioned. I mean, right, guys? Trust the big folks like Big Tobacco, because why would they create a product that would harm their users? I mean, who would possibly do that? What is this, like the 1980s? Like, are we still pretending that all of these people have our best intentions at heart? Watch the video for yourself, and we'll talk about it.
Pfizer ultimately is thinking about mutating COVID?
Well, that is not what we say to the public. No, don't tell anyone that's going. You probably shouldn't tell anyone. You probably shouldn't tell anyone. We're exploring, like, now, you know how the virus keeps mutating?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things we're exploring is, like, why don't we just mutate it ourselves so we could create undeveloped develop new vaccines, right? So we have to do that. If we're going to do that, though, there's a risk of, like, as you could imagine, no one wants to be having a pharma company mutating viruses. It would be, like, very controlled to make.
Folks, you were right again. And other than the media who may be watching this just to try to hate on me and come up with an angle of attack, because again, this is just my opinion. But other than that, like, everyone else in America owes all of you an apology. Because if you're watching this, you've been watching my stuff for a while, or you like what I'm saying, like, you've been right. The conspiracy theorists have been batting 1,000. The highly educated and sophisticated media class that know better. Not so much, folks. I don't think they've gotten anything right in a long time. Whether, starting from Russia, all the way through. But it doesn't matter. They're still effective in getting that point. They're effective in sowing the seeds of doubt into the American public. And that's what they're trying to do, folks. They're trying to do that. When everything's won by basis points, margins, a couple points here and there, those people who aren't paying attention that much, they're just, you know what, if I can get that guy even wondering, maybe he just doesn't even show up. Right? Maybe that's what it is. So now there's a lesson here. If you work a boring job at a company that's maybe mutating viruses that could cause mass destruction, all the things we're really worried about, Russia doing, and a big part of, I think, why we're in Ukraine, I've read some really interesting threads about, like, sort of the labs that are over there. I'm not going to talk about them. I got to research it a little bit more, but, like, look at why else we may be in Ukraine and why maybe it's okay if we let other people kind of mutate viruses. And when the Russians do it, it's bioengineering. And when we do it, it's checking to make sure we're preventing pandemic, yada, yada, yada. If someone starts asking you questions, folks, at work that get you to divulge a lot of secrets, maybe it's a Project Veritas reporter. So the one thing that's nice, I can say that here without worrying about actually preventing real news from coming out. Because if you're watching this, you're probably not one of those people. But these guys have been right a long time. After this Pfizer employee was told that he was being recorded by Project Veritas, he freaked out. Like all people who were just kidding or totally innocent would do. Check it out. Let's see for yourself.
Why are you doing
Don't
this?
tell anybody.
Someone who's just working at a company to literally help the public. You f***ed up. You really did. Please bring the cops as soon as possible. I'm really very unsafe.
Can you please unlock your door?
No, don't let them leave.
Please unlock the door.
Get him. Why is he going on
some
here?
stuff.
How's that?
Please unlock the door. Please unlock the door.
People like that.
Unlock the door.
I mean, hey, guess what? You know what I love that guy say? He's feeling really unsafe right now. Really? You're feeling really unsafe? You know, I think there's a lot of people around the world feeling really unsafe that a clown like this guy is talking about mutating viruses working at one of the largest big pharma companies in the world. Now again, all I have to work with is this video. But it took Pfizer an awfully long time to say anything, and when they did, it wasn't really kind of a denial in my opinion. It was sort of like, well, you know, we do this, but not really that much. I mean, what's a couple of mutations, right? I mean, folks, it takes one.